So what is deep learning? Where we find deep learning applications? If you see, I can find out list of deep learning applications where in the cloud, internet, for image classifications, recognitions, natural language processing, sentiment analysis, and recommender engines. Even in the medical field, we have for cancer cell detection, diabetic grading, drug discovery. And when I say about media and entertainment, video captioning, video editing, searching, real-time translations. Then coming up to security and defense, again we go with face detection, video surveillance, satellite imaging and all. And autonomous missions for social people, for pedestrian tracking, lane tracking, recognize the traffics and modify the signals, etc. So the applications are vast and wide range, which has no limit once a person learns deep learning concepts. So what is the difference between machine learning and deep learning? The difference between machine learning and deep learning is, for machine learning, a person need to extract the features of the input data and then load to the classifier, and then the classifier based on the features extracted will classify based the categories. Whereas deep learning doesn't require a person to do the task of feature extraction. Instead, the classifier algorithm itself will do the feature extraction on its own, learn the features and then detect the categories. So for example, if we load the image of the car as seen in this slide, a person extracts the features, maybe like 4 wheels, it is the size, color, model, dimension, all other things, whichever car features are listed, those features will be manually extracted by the person or by some code, and that is loaded to the algorithm. This algorithm can be of any range, it can be even the neural networks, but it doesn't come under deep learning, because deep learning is an advanced level of neural networks where a person need not do the feature extraction, where the network itself does. So that is the difference between artificial neural network and deep learning. Yes, deep learning is also neural network, but it is not a physical implementation of neural network, it is with intelligence. So going in detail, if I have to discriminate between artificial intelligence, machine learning and deep learning, any technique that enables computer to mimic human intelligence. So maybe just say for pass or fail, if the marks is greater than 35, greater than 60, greater than 80 or greater than 90, like how we classify it as pass, second class, first class or distinction, whatever it is, this we call it as just any program does. So this can be called as intelligence and it is normal programming. Whereas machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence which will do the statistical analysis based on the training what we provide and then categorize where what category it is. For example, face detection, or it can be classification of flowers, anything. So here we train exactly what to be said and we test it accordingly, and based on the accuracy of training we get that accuracy of the testing done. So this has trained intelligence, whereas deep learning, though machine itself learns in machine learning, in deep learning the machine learns in deep. So the algorithm permits the software to train itself to perform tasks like speech and image recognition by exposing multi-layer neural networks to vast amount of data. So a person need not train for thousands of data sets. So there is a hairline difference between everything, that is, so if I have to simplify, artificial intelligence, computer making decisions with logics, whereas machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence where computer make decisions without being explicitly programmed because it is trained to do it. Thus deep learning is again a subset of machine learning. Computers make decision where the decision criteria do not have to be defined or guided like it is done in machine learning. So that is the difference or variations from artificial intelligence to machine learning and deep learning. So please note, we don't apply deep learning always whenever you require intelligence. So to just say a student is pass or fail or distinction or first class or anything, we don't need deep learning algorithms. Just normal logic programming is enough. Whereas same way machine learning also suffices the solution for the problems with statistics. So something which cannot be solved statistically or with logics there, and the problem is very complicated, there we go with handling for deep learning. So such problems, maybe simple problems, let me choose now. So machine learning, I will just post a image, say let it be a bike. So obviously we train it, say it has two wheels, it has handle, it has mirrors, it has like this two-seater, all the features will be extracted. So the classifier will say it is a motorcycle. But why it is hard for a system to do it? It doesn't see as a bike, it sees as an image of pixels which has so many pixel values. So the camera sees only the numbers, and these numbers are loaded to the computer. So if I look at the each and every pixel, it can even think as a fish, a car, a background scenery, anything. So an algorithm needs to learn what the raw image is presenting. So for this raw image presentation, so if you just look at here in the position, we are saying this is the pixel point, pixel 1 and pixel 2 what I am taking. We are trying to classify it as car or non-cars, which is difficult. We need to choose exact pixels which can tell is either it is car or no car. So if you look at this, the feature what we have chosen is handle and the wheels. So these features will easily help the algorithm to classify it as based on handles and wheels. We can say it is cars or non-cars. So for a bike itself, if it is difficult like this, when it is a complicated image, then we will have to go ahead with feature representation. Then for that we go with different types of transforms. Hug transform, RAFT transform, spinning the image, and space shifted Fourier transform, textons, GLO. These are all different transforms required such that from an image we extract features, I mean to say the relevant required features, and then load to the classifier. So this is a tedious procedure when it comes to image processing, especially in the field of computer vision. So it is necessary to avoid the stage of feature extraction and let the computer itself do all these feature extractions and recognition. So when I call deep learning, what learning representations are required? For example, for face recognition, if I say many faces or object models need to be loaded to the system, where what is a face? It is just combination of parts of the human face. What are those parts? Those are the combinations of edges. What are these edges indicating? They are indicating just pixels. So how do I identify the parts? How do I identify the pixels? How do I identify it as an object? All these things a neural network can do, like how a human brain does. So deep learning applications is vast with respect to image and video processing due to these kind of reasons, where we can go with edge detection and pixel analysis. So what exactly is deep learning? Why is it generally better than other methods for image, speech, and certain types of data? The answer is very simple. Deep learning means using neural networks with several layers of nodes between input and output. So these layers of between input and output does the feature extraction, selection, and reduction process. Of course, not all features extracted will be fruitful or helpful in identifying the object. So we need to identify the relevant features. For that we require feature selection and feature reduction procedures. So all these stages will be implemented within the neural network just as our brain seems to do, and thus we implement dedications. So if I just talk about a single neuron for simplification, we have inputs, let it be single or multiple inputs. So here I consider two inputs with weightage W1 and W2 and some bias output, and we consider activation function. You will be hearing this activation functions in the on-ramp course also, and this ReLU activation function is the most used one, and the softmax. Right now you need not worry about these activation functions. It is just a function which modifies the input and the bias to give a proper output. So like how our brain takes certain inputs, processes it, and then gives the output, this also does the same way, takes all these inputs and performs the actions whatever required, and the output is given. This is with respect to single neuron. Whereas if we have a deep neural network and we have certain data set for which each field need to be trained with this, and accordingly classes are labeled as 0 or 1. So initially we give random weightage for the neurons and their path, and based on the output or based on the error what we notice, if we identify these initiations which are randomly done are wrong, we will modify that value. We just modify the weightage values of the neuron, their inputs, their bias and their outputs, so that by the end of the last layer we would have corrected and we get the proper output. So not necessarily for every case we need to train, we need to modify. Once the weightage is set properly, then the algorithm works well for all good data. Now another major part with respect to deep learning is graphics processing unit. Why GPU matters in deep learning is graphics processing unit, most of the laptops which has gaming has this option. So if your laptop doesn't have a graphical processor, then you are not supposed to go with deep learning, because you may hate it, as it takes hundreds of seconds to just complete one epoch. What is an epoch? Epoch is just an execution or one stage of implementation in real time for the data augmentation. Now, if it is taking hundreds of seconds, obviously you won't like deep learning. You want all the work to happen in seconds or fraction of seconds. Instead, if we have graphical processing unit which is available in the gaming software, where the gaming softwares are supported in the laptop, such laptops can find a comparative study which takes very less amount of time. So within seconds or no time, implementation of image processing and video processing will happen with deep learning. So it is advisable to run deep learning applications or concepts on the laptop which has graphical card, where parallel processing will happen. So all the neuron weightages are calculated parallelly from input to output at multi layers. So we seem to have a boost in the performance that results in faster computation. That is how recommender systems work very fast and gets you the recommendations, maybe in Netflix or Amazon or whatever it is. So if you consider, maybe you would have chosen favorite movies or your friends favorite movies, based on that you get a recommendation. See, these people have watched this, you may be liking in this, you may be liking in this. These are all based on neural net. This is also with respect to Amazon. So in Amazon, if you have purchased two things, similar items bought by others who bought this also, you would have noticed. So all these recommender systems works based on that intelligence with respect to deep learning. So these recommender systems have a set of input, that is set of users, maybe your friends or you yourself or similar people, and a set of items what people have used, and a history of preference, what in history you used to prefer or they used to prefer. Based on this, calculations are done. The neural networks will study how it is going and give you a prediction what you may be liking. So it would be maybe rating or the preference what you may be liking. Based on that, you will go with the selection. So this is with recommender system, just one of the application in real time what we are seeing every day. So have fun, learn deep learning with love. Thank you. In the next session, we go in detail about the course overview, how this deep learning on-ramp of MATLAB works, and what best we can learn out of it. See you in the next session. Thank you.